Thank you very much. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. It's been a tough couple of years for comedians. Dave Hughes was down to his last couple of $1 million. No gigs. I did get a call from my manager in the middle of the lockdown. She called me up. She said, Nazeem, I've got a gig. Would you like to do an ad for the state government to promote health messaging? And I said, I am not a sellout. I'm a rebellious, edgy comedian. I don't want to embarrass myself selling it. She said, they're going to pay. I said, yeah, sure, no worries. I can do the ad. So they got me and Waleed Aly to do the ad together. A guy who I routinely get confused for on the street. People come up to me all the time and they're like, hey, Waleed, how do you write your newspaper articles? I'm like, I just copy and paste from Wikipedia. Tell everybody you know. They got me and him to do an ad together. In the middle of a pandemic, the government was like, hey, everybody, solve this Muslim magic eye. Here's an optical illusion. If you ask me, not a very effective ad. I don't know if anybody actually took home the messaging. I reckon all people saw was a couple of friendly Muslim men come on TV, tell you to cover up and stay at home. Sounds like an ISIS hostage video. The pubs are shut, cover your face, women at home. Nobody go to school. Life's pretty good in Australia. Life is so good in Australia that we actually have animal rights activists. Did you know that? People who actually go to rallies for animals. And the animals don't even go. That's crazy. There are people who are literally like, well, all the people are fine. Guess I better help the next species. Ridiculous. I mean, I don't hate animals. We just grew up, I think it's probably a cultural thing. At home we were taught, animals, they're beasts, humans. We do human things, they do animal things. No disrespect, but you stick to your own, Like Pauline says, you stick to your own. We didn't do pets at home, It's just not what we did. We had a picnic the other day at the park, and all of a sudden my mum just jumps up and she says, get that bloody dog away from me. And it wasn't even a dog, it was this white child, but, But no, animal protests. I used to go to these animal protests every single week, because at uni there was a very intelligent vegan girl that used to give me a copy of her exam notes, because I used to pretend to be vegan. She had no idea. And so I'd rock up to the protests every week. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to one of these protests. They're well attended, thousands of people. All of them were white. Well, white-skinned, but they all dressed Indian. Lots of saris and ishka. They all spoke Hindi, namaste, jai ho, Bikram yoga. One time I went and I got into an argument with my friend. I said, hey, Caitlin, I actually can't come to next week's protest because I've got a family barbecue, a tofu barbecue. And she's like, I know you're just using me for my notes, Nazeem. You're pathetic. I said, I'm pathetic. You're pathetic. Why don't you ever come to a protest for people? And she said, because people don't need help. They stand up for themselves. Animals need our help. They're pure. They don't do evil like humans do. I said, are you serious? Have you ever seen a David Attenborough documentary? I saw one where a pride of lions ate a baby zebra while staring at its mum in the face. That's psycho. Imagine if you did that. Oh, but you wouldn't, because you're a vegan. You wouldn't do that. And this other guy stepped in. He's like, hey, brother, why don't you just zen out? And I was like, why don't you take that turban off, Brendan? This has got nothing to do with you. I said, why don't you stand up for people, huh? Have some loyalty to your species. Why don't you do something for us? Why don't you go to a Black Lives Matter rally and hand a can of Pepsi to a police officer, all right? Why don't you save a human instead of getting on a boat and saving a whale? Why don't you get on a film set, stand between Alec Baldwin and his film crew, all right? Oh, nah, but you'd rather save a large krill-eating mammal of the sea that doesn't even chew before swallowing. What about the krill, huh? None of you are standing up for the krill. That's a bit racist. What about the krill just because they can't sing like the whales can? Sounds shit anyway. I bet if the krill could sing, they'd probably sing, krilling me softly with his. All right, I wonder if that's going to make it to TV. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much. Catch ya.